Hello, and welcome back to episode 7 of Monday Diaries, the series where I'm documenting my life as an aerospace engineer. If you're new here, hi, my name is Brian, and I'm 2 years post-college graduation and am working in my childhood dream job, but am working towards acquiring the skills to work for my adult dream job. Just as I had shared a couple of weeks ago about having issues focusing at work and feeling like I'm being pulled in too many different directions, those feelings have unfortunately relapsed last week. It's unclear what the number one thing I should be working on is, and there's too many super important things that are making it difficult to get anything done because they're all competing priorities. This has unfortunately caused me a lot of stress and maybe has hurt interpersonal relationships, but is something that I'm trying to work through and will share what I learn. Because I think the next step in my career is being able to be somebody who's really good at working with people. I feel like I'm pretty technically sound, or can at least learn in whatever field enough to be technically sound, but the people skills are really what separates the good engineers from the great engineers. And not just that, but the engineers that actually get stuff done and accomplish big things. Moving on to a win for the week, and essentially the win is the same thing as what I was doing outside of work last week, and that is finishing my first climate machine learning project. So outside of work, I am trying to learn about the field of machine learning and how it can be applied to the various problems dealing with climate change. And I finished my first project modeling how a glacier in Iceland is recessing. It feels good to have this project off of my plate now, because now I get the feeling that I can focus solely on my climate machine learning master's course. This is something that I'm building myself and sharing on GitHub, and is sort of just an outline of different modules, data sets, models that I'm essentially playing with to learn the field and see how I can apply it to the climate crisis. I made good progress on the first of 7 chapters last weekend and hope to finish up that and get started on chapter 2 throughout this week. Another win for the week was last weekend getting to hang out with all of my best friends. Relationships really ground you and make you realize what's actually important in life. And while there are areas of work that can lead to your sense of fulfillment, relationships seem to be what really makes you happy. So spending so much time with all of these people that I really love last weekend made me feel really good. Last week, I came to the realization that expected goals, which are a probabilistic way of looking at soccer scoring opportunities, are actually a good metric for looking at achievements. So how expected goals work is, if somebody takes a shot, there's a known probability of how likely they are to score given the number of defenders in between them and the goal, given their distance to the goal, and various things like that. And the idea is that over the course of a game or a season, basically as you continue to increase the time horizon, the law of large numbers, that the expected goals and the actual goals should become the same number. So with this in mind, I'm trying to apply the same idea to achievements. So the idea is not to measure by whether something is successful or not, but whether you're doing the things daily that you would expect over the long run to be successful, expected achievements. Essentially, this means doing high expected achievement activities. So things that have a known high return on investment are likely to return on that investment given a long enough time horizon. That's the idea. You have to be in it for the long term. You can't expect to win or succeed in whatever you're trying to do if you don't give it enough time. Some of these things that I personally think are pretty high expected achievement activities are doing stuff like this, sharing your ideas online, learning in public, trying to build a community of like-minded people. Reading and learning about personal development is certainly a big one of these. And becoming a lifelong learner. These things are all high expected achievement activities. So the key thing to remember is that you want to maximize your expected achievement if you want to achieve something in the end, because you can have confidence that over a long enough time horizon, your expected achievements and actual achievements will become the same number. And with that, I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next week. Bye bye.